Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. Before we get going, I want to remind you, if you want to join my group, you have two options. It's the same group, two options. You're going to get my extended videos with no advertising, no Google ads, no nothing over your video, the entire video plus the extra content. If you want to join, you can go to, if you want to do it through the Patreon, go to daixrp.com, or you can click right below this video on the join button. I also have the, if you click down here below my video, you click on more. I have the links to both of them. I also have XRPLasVegas.com link right there. Reminder, Bitcoin Las Vegas is May 27th to 29th. That's going to be at the Venetian. XRP Las Vegas, which you can go to XRPLasVegas.com. That's going to be at the MGM Grand. And it's going, and XRP Las Vegas is going to be the 30th and 31st. So, and this is T Boone, his company, excuse me, it's called the TI Project. I'll show you the website here, but right here he's printing up the XRP Las Vegas badges. Looks like on some kind of laser machine. That is so cool. And then he's putting out other videos. You can see this where he's showing you what all the different tags look like for XRP Las Vegas. Very smart dude. I've met him 2 or 3 times. Here's his website. He's got all kinds of stuff. If you wanted to go check it out, he's got all kinds of neat little things he's created, and I think he can create things for you as well. So here's XRPLasVegas.com, May 30th, May 31st. You can get a discount tickets right there. There's only 68 days left. It's coming up fast now. Check this out. iTrust Capital, who is one of my sponsors, announced yesterday that Flare is now available to buy and sell on iTrust Capital. What that means for you and me, if we've been XRP holders for a long time, everybody remembers when Flare did the airdrop. well, legally, I think iTrust Capital, they received the drop, and but until now, you couldn't go in and actually see it, and you couldn't go in and actually trade it. So now you can. I personally am going to go in, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and sell my Flare into XRP inside of my Roth. I think it's in my Roth. I don't know. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm all in XRP right now. And by the way, I am in my group today. Sorry. In my group today, I'm going to. Right now, I only own XRP. At various times I've owned different things, but I am going to show you I would call it my crypto watch list. I'll show you the 10 coins. If and when I do buy other tokens, it will be one of these 10 or a few of these 10. I'm going to show you that in the group. Charles Gasparino has been community noted. Remember, Brad Garlinghouse corrected him on the Ethereum decentralization test having nothing to do with any discussions because it's not a real test. Charles Gasparino doubled down. Obviously, the question remains about the other part of the case, but it's clear current SEC believes XRP passes the Ethereum spelled wrong decentralization test as it starts trading today. Also, for the SEC, how does it square the dual disclosure? I think is what he meant. Standards set by Judge Torres. He gets community noted by X. First, the correct spelling is Ethereum, not Ethereum with an I. More importantly, the Ethereum decentralized test refers to William Hinman's 2018 speech, suggesting sufficiently decentralized networks may not be securities, but it's not a formal legal test. And then there was this clip going around. This is from the Crypto Roundtable yesterday. I wanted to point out this guy, Coy Garrison, with the long hair. He was the senior advisor to Bill Hinman running up to the speech, and these guys are still, they don't reference Bill Hinman because they don't want to touch that. They know there's a Hinman IG report sitting on the SEC's desk. So they dance all around it and try to pretend like there's this decentralization test that really doesn't even exist.
Decentralization, we would probably all agree, I'm guessing, that Bitcoin is not a security, is not an investment contract because it is sufficiently decentralized. There are there's no common enterprise, there's no others to point to receive.
There's 4 others to point to.
Your expected profit. So of course that raises the question then is, can we draw a line where something is sufficiently decentralized to no longer be considered an investment contract? And I just think that's an impossible line to draw. And I would point folks to the CFTC's report that came out in 2014, or 2024, I'm sorry. It's a report from the Technology Advisory Committee on DeFi. And the members of this committee that put together that report were mostly work in the crypto industry, including at DeFi firms. And they noted that decentralization will exist along a spectrum across multiple dimensions. So you have governance, asset, user, application, data, network, protocol, hardware. So how do you determine when these dimensions are sufficiently decentralized enough to ensure profits don't come from the efforts?
So they're trying to continue along with that same stupid narrative, and it's all bullcrap. There's a lot of misdirection going on. Ripple is jumping in the game. Today, Ripple submitted its response to Commissioner Hester Pierce's February 21 statement. There must be some way out of here, calling for public input on crypto taxonomy rules. That Dylan lyric continues. There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. The prior administration thrived on confusion to mask its failure to follow the law. We urge the SEC's crypto task force to stay focused, return to first principles, stay within statutory bounds, and finally bring relief through clarity. And Ripple actually sent them a letter outlining their things. We have an unfortunate loss today, and that is Jeremy Hogan, who made all the videos all the way through ETHgate and the whole Ripple lawsuit. He says, "Dear friends, my time on X has come to an end. I had no idea that when I saw the article about Ripple lawsuit back on Christmas 2020, yes, that long ago, that it was the Christmas gift that would take me places I never imagined. Thank you for being on this journey with me and trusting me through it all. I'm proud that I saw it through to the end and did my best to keep you informed and hopefully a little entertained. Now is the time for me to focus on some other things, maybe some new adventure. If you ever need me, come and find me. I wish all you the best in life. Find yourself a good woman if you haven't already and hold her tight. It's my final advice." Well, here at last, dear friends, on the shores of the sea comes the end of our fellowship in Middle Earth. Go in peace, Gandalf. Now, I think Jeremy Hogan, X has a way of sucking you back in, Jeremy. I think we'll see you again. This is very interesting right here. As everyone knows, the way the story goes, Ripple and Stellar had a falling out. Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb had a falling out back when they were both running OpenCoin, then Ripple, and then Jed McCaleb left and formed Stellar. And so the theory has always been that there was bad blood, and they had this. I've questioned that at times. Look at this. New Mt. Gox and Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb aims to launch his company VAST commercial space station Haven 1 into orbit and secure a NASA contract by 2026. Chris Larson responds to an article on this and says, "This is big, bold vision by Jed McCaleb. America used to pursue new frontiers like this before skidding into bureaucracy and doubt. I'm rooting for VAST success." Jed McCaleb says, "Thanks, Chris." So if they did have a falling out, maybe they've made amends. This is Emi Yoshikawa, who used to work for Ripple, major Japanese real estate company. Open House now accepts XRP for property purchases in Japan. That's pretty cool. Now, this, folks, all this talk about Bitcoin and not as interested in gold and all that, this is a tell, folks. This is for me, this is a gold buy signal, because I'm not buying it. And he's saying this on Kitco's channel, I think.
I want to have assets that will appreciate as the dollar is devalued, as it's debased. So I do own gold, but my focus is truly on Bitcoin, as you know, and that's why I opened the Bitcoin Opportunity Fund. And so all of my excess capital is kind of pointing towards that personally now. So, but I do have nothing against gold, though I do believe that we are seeing the beginnings of Bitcoin demonetizing gold. And will gold go to zero? Absolutely not. It will. I think it will retain that store of value in the global universe of investable assets of $900 trillion. Gold is about 18 right now, and Bitcoin is about 2. So, but I do believe that Bitcoin is going to catch up to it and be that ultimate store of value for people in the future.
Now, here's what he's not addressing, is that precious metals through all these ETFs and all this stuff have been suppressed for decades. I mean, we've seen the articles of JP Morgan suppressing precious metals, and they were probably doing it with the endorsement of the government if the truth were known. I'll draw your attention, for those of you that weren't around, this is from the Modern Wall Street Roundtable back in 2018. A lot of these people are gold people. Jim Rickards, who CIA contractor, this guy right here has a lot interesting to say, and all these guys get it, folks. It's worth watching again.
Those that are working with regulators and are working with banks.
I agree with you.
Ripple
Right.
would be an example.
Ripple would be an
XRP.
example, right.
Now this is and I can imagine in the next 5 years, instead of us doing sterling against the dollar or sterling against yen and doing these kinds of transactions, we'll do sterling versus Ripple. And the reason being, dollar right now is a 2-day settlement. With something like Ripple, you could do settlement in seconds. And I think that there's a future there where the guy that's trading spot FX today will be trading spot FX against Ripple in the future, in the next 2 or 3 years. So I think that Ripple has a great future because it's right now supported by all the banks and by all the regulators.
And it has an elastic monetary base, right?
So
Well,
if we take that and you go to the blockchain ledger, if you take that concept that you're discussing, I have no problem with it. I agree with it. But you're talking about money. You're talking about transaction, medium of exchange. There has to be something behind it, and that's where I'm going to pull this conversation back to gold. There has to be some sort of reserve asset. The problem with fiat currencies right now is that they can print as much as they want, digitally or whatever. It's not tied to anything, and so as a result, the value of the money can be negated. It can be destroyed over time, and it is.
Okay, that's interesting stuff. Now, remember in DAIXRP.com, which is where my Patreon is, or you can click below this link to join through YouTube. I'm going to show you I would call it my crypto watch list. The top 10. Look, when I talk about crypto, I'm talking about things I believe are going to be a part of the infrastructure of the new financial system. I'm not talking about meme coins and bull crap. That's not what we talk about in there. But I'm going to talk about XRP and some other stuff in there. An interesting XRP price tweet, and some other things. So here we go. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.